I wanted to live. And day by day, I'm loving who I am more and more and more. And my work is getting better. And there's just no stopping it at this point.
He is a fashion designer and founder of the fashion brand August Getty Atelier. He's also a fierce advocate for our community who supports many programs and initiatives to empower some of the most vulnerable voices. We are delighted to welcome to our show the one and only August Getty. Welcome, August.
Thank you.
We're so excited to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
So much to talk about. For those who, I don't know where they're living if they don't know you, but tell us a little bit what was like growing up, coming to terms with who you are. What was that whole experience like?
Well, I have a really good mom. And I think that for me is the foundation of everything that I am and who I am. And my brother, my family's been such a support system for me my entire life and really gave me the freedom, albeit sometimes terrified of me and my personal freedom. But they really have embraced me for who I am and love watching me blossom.
Was it hard for you, like when you first realized it and thinking, oh, I'm gonna talk to my family about it? What was going through your head?
It was never something that I just realized, you know? It was just, I mean, I've been wearing my mom's wedding dress since I was a baby.
Love that.
Until it was completely tarnished. And then I would like just wear her slip underneath it. There was no fooling the queen. And ever since then, it's been who I've been.
Amazing, I love that. And how did you know your path was gonna be towards fashion?
See, that's where my family's always been quite terrified of me because I've been a monster for my work ethic and my career. I've been sketching since I was in nappies. I started out with Barbie dolls and my mom's shoe bags, these beautiful silk shoe bags that she would have, and I would be sitting in the bathtub using hair ties to create these gowns for my Barbies. And then I was very appropriate. I would always put like, very appropriate. I would always draw like Sharpie bikinis on the Barbies underneath, just in case there was a nip slip. And then I graduated from that into draping. And then I dropped out of high school and then I kind of just followed my passion.
Would you say you have a muse at the moment?
Oh my gosh, my Getty girls and Getty boys and Getty non-binary inspirations, my muses go on endlessly. They're some of my best friends. Everybody that wears a piece of me is a piece of me. And right now I'm just excited to be creating Onion Girl, which is the newest collection, which is more about me. It's more of an authentically intrinsic interpretation of who I am.
I love that, and I love the word authentic. I follow you on social media, and you're very vocal about a subject that it's incredibly important, and it's about sobriety. Mm-hmm. How has that journey been for you?
You know, I don't want to negate everybody that has a hard time with sobriety because it is such a personal path to be on. But for me, it's the easiest thing I've ever done because the choice was easy for me. I wanted to live. And day by day, I'm loving who I am more and more and more. And my work is getting better. And there's just no stopping it at this point.
And what about like, because I read a post and you were talking also about like the people that stick around and the ones that disappear. I mean,
they do you a favor. The ones who leave do you a solid. Like, thank God, I didn't have to do any of that work. They, you know, they showed up, but they showed the wrong kind of face. And they just leave.
And did you, what was it physically like? So you felt clearer, you felt more in the moment.
Yeah, I'm completely embracing every moment, and I'm not worrying about the glass of wine that I'm about to have.
Amazing. It's because particularly in the creative world, it's so common, you know, particularly in the social life, you know, it's
true.
And people feel the peer pressure and
Well, I always thought that my creativity was brought on by darkness. because I'm a very theatrical designer in the way that I process, in the way that I develop my collection. And so I thought that I thrive in the negativity and in this dark realm. And it got me being sober to me understanding that I can be creative in any instance and in any scenario. And it's not this dark phantom that I need.
And your designs are unbelievable, but we have to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more right here on The Q Agenda.
And we are back with more from August. So I know we kind of stepped out of the past, but I keep thinking about this question. So you were telling us that you used to draw like the little bikinis and stuff on the Barbies, but what initially inspired you? Like, was there a moment or somebody or something when you were a child that you were like, fashion is for me?
Yes, I had no one. You know, I was raised in the countryside of the UK. When I wasn't at boarding school, I would be completely alone, and I would be in our garden, in the fields, in nature, and I created the Getty girl. I created this being, this enigma, who was my best friend at that point and still is to this day. You know, she's the kind of person who would walk into a room and you wouldn't see her face, but you would feel her energy, or she'd be leaving the party as soon as you get there. All you smell in the air is her perfume. I wanted to create this enigmatic being, and she's timeless. She can go from 1800s to now to the future, and that's kind of, I follow her, and that's what really inspires me.
Sounds so magical.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
How would you say your identity as a person has influenced your own fashion?
I remove myself completely
Okay.
from everything that I do. I have to. Otherwise, it'll completely envelop my being and my soul. That's why it's so much fun dressing up for events, because I put on whatever character that I'm feeling. I evoke that Getty girl image of whatever is appropriate.
Which leads me to my next question, because we have to talk about this. I'm obsessed, like I told you, with the white dress that you wore for the Gala Awards.
Yes.
It was incredible.
Well, that's actually a preview for Onion Girl.
Oh, really?
For my next collection. It was a muslin, an original piece, and I saw it in the corner of my eye, and I was like, I want to whip.
Yes.
Let's take it off of the board. Let's put it on me.
It looked amazing on you
Thank
too,
you.
by the way. And being that one, I remember because we covered for the Gala Awards and we got to see it. It's on the interviews, and it's this long train, white. It's gorgeous.
It could cook a turkey under there. Let's say that.
How about during award season again to Laverne's dress?
Laverne's Oscar dress. And fun fact, I snuck onto the Oscars carpet, and that's how we got that shot of the two of us. I had no shirt on. I was like, I had a blazer, and I was like, hey, let me just turn this way and see if anybody catches it. That dress was so incredible. Laverne is so incredible. Not to toot my own horn.
What was that collaboration like?
It was honestly a conversation between two artists and two fashion historian buffs. We wanted to evoke the 1960s as well as future modernism, and I snuck in a little old Hollywood, even though she would wring my neck if she heard me saying that. At the end of the day, she honestly looked like a perfume ad, like a perfume. Like, it was mind-blowing to me.
Since you are such a fashion buff, I want to poke the bear a little bit with this question and ask you, what did you think about Kim Kardashian wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress for the Met Gala?
I know that there was a lot of talk about her wearing the pleaser heel, the clear stripper heel, and I thought that was so incredible. I'm gonna leave all negative aside, only positive feedback here.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of a hooker heel, if you've seen me in my element. And you gotta do what you gotta do to make the garment work.
Yeah.
Nothing here fits me.
She looked. Please, I'm about to put a button right now. But it's you're absolutely right. And then to finalize our conversation, it's Pride Month. Where do you find your pride?
In my complete and honest approach to how I live my life every day, which is just in kindness.
I love that. Thank you, August.
Thank you.
We want to thank August for stopping by. For more on him, check out at August Getty and at August Getty Atelier, and we will be right back.